Don't sleep on that store-bought pizza dough, because I'm here to tell you it definitely gets the job done. Now, first thing I did was go to the supermarket. I got some of that pizza dough that was already made, and I brought it home and I let it sit on the counter until it became room temperature. After it reached room temperature, I have this roasted garlic olive oil that I'm going to use. I'm just going to put some in the pan so that my pizza dough doesn't stick to the pan, and it also helps get a nice crust on the bottom. After I got my dough out, I got my pan oil. I went on ahead, just felt the dough for a second, make sure it was what I was looking for. After that, I'm going to go ahead and put it inside of the pan and just spread it out gently. Now, if you have a rolling pin, you're going to go ahead and use your rolling pin, but I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just going to use my fingers and just press it out just a little bit so I can stretch it just enough to get the toppings on there, but you don't want to overstretch it because it is going to rip. You don't want to make your dough too thin. After I got it stretched out to my liking, this is what it looked like right here. I'm going to go ahead and add some of this garlic and herb topping on there because I'm not going to make a traditional pizza. Now, you can put whatever toppings you want on yours. I'm trying something new, and I'm going to try with this garlic and herb. After I got the garlic and herb on there, I'm just going to take a spoon and just spread it gently to get it around and make sure that the entire crust of the pizza is covered. Now, while I'm preparing my pizza, I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. So once I get everything on there, this is going straight into the oven. After the garlic and herb sauce is spread on top of the pizza, I'm going to go ahead and start adding in my toppings. And for the first thing we are going to add is some cheese, because you cannot have pizza without cheese. So first layer is definitely going to be some mozzarella cheese, and add as little or as much as you like. Do not be stingy with the cheese. After the first layer of mozzarella cheese is on there, I went on ahead and looked in the fridge and see what else I had in there so I can add on top of the pizza. And I noticed that I had some shrimp in there that I wanted to use, so I went and added the shrimp right on top. Now, you don't have to use shrimp. Like I said, you can change your toppings to whatever toppings you like, but these are just some of the toppings I'm going to use. After I added the shrimp on it, it was back to the fridge because I wanted to see what else I could put on this pizza before it went into the oven. Once I looked inside my refrigerator, I saw that I had some spinach in there that I wanted to use as well. So after I got the spinach cleaned off, I added just some spinach on top of it, just in some random places. Once I got the spinach on top of my pizza, I was back in that refrigerator again looking to see what I can add there before it was time for it to go inside of the oven. And I found that I had some tomatoes, so it was time to clean off those tomatoes, slice those up, and I'm using cherry tomatoes, and I just randomly added those on places on top of the pizza as well. Once those cherry tomatoes was added on top of the pizza, it was time for me to go ahead and put this pizza into the oven. Once I got my pizza into the oven, I let it cook until the crust was completely done. Once the crust was completely done, I did pull it out of the oven, gave it a minute to rest. But now let's go ahead and check this crust. Now, the crust came out absolutely beautiful, golden brown, nice and crispy, nice and crunchy, how I like it. And because everything was smelling so good, it was time for me to go ahead and get me a slice of this pizza. Now, here to let you know, do not sleep on that store-bought pizza dough, because it gets the job done, especially when you are trying to get dinner on the table and you do not have a lot of time, because this spinach, tomato, and shrimp pizza was so good. 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried this, go ahead and put this on the menu.